Dear students, welcome to our online learning session on the chapter Measures of Dispersion. Today we will discuss on the second topic, that is standard deviation and its examples. In our last lecture of measures of dispersion, we have learned how to find mean deviation, about mean, median and mode for various grouped and ungrouped data. We also learned how to find the coefficient of mean deviation. So today in this lecture we will learn the second part of the chapter, that is the standard deviation and its examples. Now first let us see what is standard deviation. Standard deviation is the most important and widely used measure of studying the dispersion. It is also known as root mean square deviation. In short, we name it as RMS because it is the square of the mean of the squared deviation root, the arithmetic mean. It is denoted by sigma. Standard deviation measures the absolute dispersion of a distribution. The greater the amount of dispersion, the greater the standard deviation. So this is the short definition of standard deviation and its use. Now let us see some of the formulas for various observations. If x1, x2 up to xn are n observations, then standard deviation is equal to sigma is equal to 1 upon n, where n is the number of observations, into sigma xi minus x bar whole square raised to 1 by 2, and x bar is the arithmetic mean of the given data. Second is standard deviation for simple frequency distribution is given by standard deviation equal to sigma equal to 1 upon sigma fi into summation I equal to 1 to n fi into xi minus x bar the whole square raised to 1 by 2. You can see here it is almost similar to the formulas of mean deviation. So we can compare it and we can remember these formulas easily. And the last one is standard deviation when the class interval is given sigma equal to h into 1 upon sigma fi into summation fi di square minus 1 upon sigma fi into sigma fi di whole square raised to 1 by 2, where di is equal to xi minus a upon h. We can remember these formulas by regular practice. It is very easy to remember. It's not so much difficult as we can see here. And next is variance. The square of standard deviation is called variance and is denoted by sigma square. Next is coefficient of variation. It is used to compare the variations of two or more distributions. CV equal to sigma upon x bar, where x bar is the arithmetic mean, into 100. Let us see by examples. Find the standard deviation of, we are given some numbers, some observations. We have to find the standard deviation. Okay, so for standard deviation, first we need to find arithmetic mean. So x bar equal to, we will do the total of all the terms divided by the total number of terms. There are total 6 terms, so divided by 6. On calculating this, we get x bar as 7. Now the formula of standard deviation is sigma equal to 1 upon n. N is total number of observations, that is 6. Next we need is xi minus x bar. So our xi that is given to us are observations. Okay. So next column will be xi minus x bar. We will minus x bar from all the observations. Like first is 2, 2 minus 7 that is minus 5, 4 minus 7 that is 3 minus 3, 5 minus 7 that is minus 2, and so on we will do for all the observations. Next we need the square. So we will square all this. Minus 5 square is 25, minus 3 square is 9. Similarly 10 square is 100, and we need the total of these squares. So we will add all these terms and we get our final answer as 140. Now I will put this value in the formula. We get 140 by 60 raised to 1 by 2, which is equal to 140 by 60 will be 23.33 raised to 1 by 2, which is equal to 4.83. This calculation can be easily done using any simple calculator or scientific calci. Next example, we are taking a same type of example one more. Find the standard deviation of 65, 58, 67, 34, 48, 45 and last term is 50. So now first we need to calculate mean. For calculation of mean, we will add all this, and there are total 10 observations over here. Okay, so we will divide the sum by 10. We get 55.9. This is our x bar. So we will construct a table first of all. To construct a table, a first column is the given values. The next column must be xi minus x bar. 65 minus 55.9, you get 9.1. Next 58 minus 55.9, you get 2.1. Similarly, you subtract all the terms, we get values as shown in the column. Okay, next we will square all this term. Square of 9.1 is 82.81. Square of 2.1 is 4.41. Similarly, we will square all the values and at last we will do the total. Now we will put these values in the formula of standard deviation. So sigma equal to, the sum is 1158.9 and total there are 10 observations. So divided by 10, which is equal to 115.89. We will take the under root and we get the answer as 10.76. Now let us move to the other type of example where xi and fi are given to us. See, now again here you need the base of arithmetic mean. So before starting this chapter, you must know how to find the mean for the various types of data. Okay, here what you have to do is you have to find the standard deviation and you also have to find the coefficient of variation, that is CV. Here xi and fi are given to us. Okay, so first to find mean, we need the formula x bar equal to sigma xi fi upon sigma fi. Okay, so xi is given to us, fi is also given to us. We will do the total of fi, we get 25. Next column we need is xi into fi. We will multiply the corresponding entries of xi and fi. 5 into 7 that is 35. 10 into 4 that is 40. Similarly, we will multiply all the entries of xi and fi and we will do the total and we get as 350. We'll put this in the formula of mean. So 350 upon 25, our mean is 14. Now the formula for simple frequency distribution of standard deviation is given by 1 upon sigma fi. Now sigma fi is 25, so here we have written 25. Okay. Next, we need xi minus x bar. So we will subtract 5 minus x bar, you get minus 9. X bar is 14. So 10 minus 14, that is minus 4. Similarly, we will do this for all the values. We will square these terms. Minus 9 square, that is 81. 4 minus 4 square, that is 16, and so on. Okay. Next, we will multiply these two columns. Fi into xi minus x bar the whole square. That is 7 into 81, that is 567. 16 into 4, that is 64. Similarly, we will multiply these entries and we will find the total. You get the total as 1350. So 1350 divided by sigma fi, you get under root of 52. On taking the under root of 54, you get your answer as 7.348. So this is the standard deviation for the given frequency distribution. Now next we have to find the coefficient of variation. So coefficient of variation is given by standard deviation upon mean into 100. So standard deviation obtained is 7.348. Our mean is 14 into 100. So on calculating this, we get our answer as 52.48, which is the required CV. Okay. Let us move towards the next type of example. Next type of example is, you are given glass interval and frequency. So first you just have to find the standard deviation of 300 cars. That means the total of frequency must be 300. Okay. See, now first let us construct a table according to our formula. So first we will write the formula and we will construct a table. See, now first class interval is given to us. We will write first column all the class interval. Second column will be of frequency given to us, right? And we will do its total, that is 300. Now next we need to find is xi. Okay, we know how to find xi. Upper limit of class interval plus lower limit of class interval divided by 2. 30 plus 0 by 2, 15, that is 15. 30 plus 60, that is 90 by 2, that is 45. Similarly, we will find all the values of xi. Now next we will need here is di. How we will find di? Formula for di is xi minus a upon h, where a is the assumed mean. Now how will you find a? The middle value of xi. See how many values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. There are 7 values given to us. Okay. So the middle term will be 105. So a will be taken as 105. Right. If there are even number, suppose if there are 8 terms given to us or 8 observations given to us, so there will be 2 middle values. You can take either of the 2 middle values. Okay, so here di will be considered as xi minus 105 upon h. You can see here h is equal to 30. There is difference of the interval is of 30. Okay, so see, first you find for di, you just need to find first value. Rest you will get in the sequence only. See, xi, that is 15 minus 105 divided by 30. Okay, on simplifying this, you get 90 upon minus 90 upon 30. So on simplifying this, you get minus 3. Once you get the first digit, you can write all this in ascending order, increasing order. Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. Our next step will be to find di square. We will square these terms. Minus 3 square, that is 9, minus 2 square, that is 4, and so on. Okay. Next is you will need fi into di. Fi into di. Be very particular and sure when you do this multiplications to avoid confusion. Okay, so do it accurately. Fi into di, that is minus 27, 17 into minus 2, that is minus 34, and so on, and find the total of fi di. Next, you will also need fi into di square. So 9 into 9, 81, 17 into 4, that is 68, and so on, and again do the total. Now we'll write the formula of standard deviation over here. H into H is 30. Now fi di square, the last column, that is 665. Summation of fi is 300 minus fi into di, total was 137, divided by total fi, that is 300. On simplifying this and finding the square root, you get 42.51. This is the required final standard deviation for the values in the form of class interval and frequency, right? Now let us move towards the different type of example over here. Our next example is two automatic filling machines in A and B are used to fill the mixture of cement, concrete in beam. A random sample of beam on each machine is shown below. Machine A and machine B. There are different values for machine A and machine B. Find the standard deviation of each machine. First is you have to find the standard deviation of machine A and standard deviation of machine B. Okay. Next, also comment on the performance of two machines. You have to comment on the performance of two machines, that which one is better. Okay, so for this, first we'll calculate the standard deviation. Now see, for machine A, first we'll find the standard deviation for machine A. See here 10 values are given for each A and B, for each machine A and B. Okay, so for machine A, this you can consider as n values. 10 values are given in sequence. So for that you have to find the mean. Now don't consider here as xi and fi. Okay, because these are two different values for two different categories. So you have to take individual itself. Don't consider it as xi and fi. So for machine A, I am taking all the values of machine A, I am adding it and dividing by 10. So I get as 46. Now I will use the first formula of standard deviation, 1 upon n xi minus x bar whole square raised to 1 by 2. As done in first and second example, we'll find xi minus x bar and we'll square this term and we'll find the total, that is 6500. Okay, so 6500 divided by total number of values, that is 10 raised to 1 by 2. On simplifying this, you get your answer as 25.49. This is the standard deviation for machine A. Now next, when you have to find the performance or you have to comment on the performance, always you need to find the coefficient of variation, that is CV. So CV is equal to sigma upon x bar into 100. So sigma is 25.49. Our mean was 46 into 100. So 55.41 is the coefficient of variation. The same procedure we will do for machine B. Now first I will find the mean. I will add all the values of machine B and divide it by 10. I get my mean as 50. So I will again use the formula of standard deviation. I will construct the same table. I will write all the values of xi. I will minus each value from 50. Okay. So I am subtracting all the values from 50. I will square these values again and I will find the total 59.68. Now I will put these values over here. So 5968 divided by 10. On simplifying and taking the square root, you get 24.42 as your answer. So this is the standard deviation for machine B. Now again for performance, we need to find the coefficient of variation. So coefficient of variation is given by sigma upon x bar into 100. Our sigma is 24.42 divided by 50 into 100. This will be equal to 48.84. Now the coefficient of variation, whichever is less, that particular machine will be more consistent. So here the value CV value of machine B is lesser than the coefficient of variation of machine A. So we can say that machine B is more consistent and its performance is better. Now let us take one last example of standard deviation. The question is, if the sum of square is 20 and the sample variance is 5, then find the total number of observations. See, read this twice. Okay, if the total sum of square, that is xi minus x bar, sum, and this is square, sum of square is 20, so this is 20. Okay, and the sample variance is 5, that is sigma square equal to 5. What you have to find is, you have to find the total number of observations. Now we know that variance is given by sigma square 1 upon n summation xi minus x bar whole square. We will put these values in equation 1. Sigma square is 5, 1 upon n will be as it is, and this value given to us is 20. So this is 20. So n will be equal to 20 upon 5 by cross multiplication. This n will go over here and this 5 will come in the denominator. So n equal to 20 by 5, which is equal to 4. So there are total number of observations is 4. Okay. So students, this was the concept of standard deviation. We have seen various examples of standard deviation, and also we have seen what is coefficient of variance, that is CV, and when to calculate CV. Okay, when in the question it is asked that you have to comment on the performance of particular machine or something else, so at that time you always need to find the coefficient of variance, that is CV. Okay, so this is the part of basic statistics, that is measures of dispersion. In our next lectures we will see some more parts of basic statistics, like quartile deviation, what is quartiles, and what is mathematical expectation. So here you are you must be clear with the topic of standard deviation. Thank you.